Hey YouTubers, today we're going to be doing a video of a 13-inch brake upgrade on my SN95. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning or so. Got to get some coffee yet and get started, get the car up on jack stands and get everything pieced up. Sorry I haven't been around for a while. I just settled on a house a couple weeks ago, so the last couple months I've been a little nuts. As you guys can see, I have a much bigger garage now, so much more space for activities. And I already got the brakes painted. You can see the Mustang right here sitting in her own bay. And we got the Veloster Turbo shit box in the other bay. And we got my Q50 outside there. And my Mountaineer out on the street because I don't want to keep it in the driveway and make my new house look ugly. But the nice thing that you guys will see is I have a huge shed now. So I have so much more space for activities. I'm going to turn that into a little workshop once I can get some electric out there, get some lights. The plan was to put the air compressor out there too, because the garage isn't as deep as what my other garage was. But we'll see. I may put a scissor lift or something into the garage, or if the township will let me, I'm going to see if I can put another driveway on the other side of the house to get a driveway in the shed. But you can see the shed looks a little beat up on the outside, but if you can see, it is pretty huge. We'll come back with another video of the inside. Alright, so here's a better outside shot of the shed. I want to say this thing's like 30 by 18 or something like that. It does have some storage up top, which I threw a bunch of car parts already just to get them out of my way. But, see, I got all my yard equipment up already. Got a Rubbermaid fast track set up to get some gear up on the wall. Previous owner left some shelving that I already loaded up with some car parts, as you can see. Got my top levels, which again got all kinds of junk up there already. Made my little paint booth area to spray my calipers the other day. And here are the Cobra calipers. And went with the duplicolor ceramic paint. I did yellow for the calipers, and I did flat black for the brackets. Brackets, I don't know. I don't really think they came out a true flat black. They're slightly glossy, you can see now that I focus. I don't know, not as flat black as I thought they were going to be, but they look nice. And we'll give you a shot of the caliper. These took a little bit extra to dry because I didn't want it super humid out. It came out pretty good though. We're doing it with a rattle can. I threw up some wire, some old wire hangers. I threw those up and sprayed them on them. That made it significantly easier. So we'll go back out to the garage. Finally got air tools. I picked up a Husky 30-gallon belt-driven air compressor. Have not had air tools for the last 20 years working on cars. We'll see how this works out for me. I don't know if they'll exactly find a use for it yet, but I'll figure something out. This thing is super quiet compared to a oilless motor. Later on today, once I'm done with the brakes, I'm going to be taking out this shelf. Again, it's a little tight in this garage compared to my other garage. It was a little wider and longer than the other garage was. My other garage was wider and longer than this, so it's a little tight getting the Veloster in there. Even though the Veloster is a small car, I guess it's not as small as I thought it was when I see it side by side with my Mustang. And it's tight quarters getting in and out of here. It's pretty much inevitable my wife's going to hit some shit. You see how much space I got between the shelves. So I got some more of those fast track shelves over there. I'm going to do at least two 48-inch or three 48-inch shelves over here and tuck them up against the wall and have them probably come out to about where this wall is. So that way she's gonna have a nice area where she can park under and not have to worry about hitting shit. So I will be back in a little bit. I'm gonna get the Mustang up on ramps. I'll show you some of the other parts I got, and we'll get some stuff apart and take some videos in between. Alright, so we're gonna try and get this up on ramps so you guys can see what I have to go through to get this thing in the air. Alright, so we got the back bumper right about where we want it. I'm going to mark off where the ramps are at this point so I know for next time. And the reason why I used the ramps is because the K-member of my cars was way too low. That thing fucking scrapes getting inside the garage. And you can actually see right there, I'm taking out chunks of the concrete. I mean, the K-member on this thing is just so low you can't see it. I'm scraping the shit out of my exhaust and my rear sway bar. Alright, we'll come back in a few once I can get it on the air. You see, I made these ramps like almost 20 years ago. Somehow they're still together. We'll get this thing up in the air and go from there. We go all the way back on the K-member. So this jack is pretty far back. And actually I forgot to break the wheels loose. So stupid me. I'll make things harder. Alright guys, so as promised, I posted a video of the Cobra calipers next to the GT, or the Cobra rotors next to the GT rotors. There is only a 2-inch difference, but as you can see, that is a huge difference in surface area between the two. We get the calipers over here to show what the difference will be. Yeah, they look a lot nicer. Hopefully they're gonna bling a little bit better behind those wheels. We got the front one off so far. Just shot some PB blaster on the brake lines. See if I can get those done. I did get some Russell's braided stainless lines. They are the original lines from 1994, so they're going on 24 years old now, so they probably should be replaced. we'll come back in a little bit and show some progress. Hey guys, so heed my warnings on the Cobra brake upgrade. I did not realize, like I knew there was some difference in the thread pitch on the banjo bolts between the GTs and the Cobras, but I wasn't sure of the years. And so basically the GT calipers take an M10 by 1.5 thread banjo, and the 94 to 98 Cobra calipers apparently take a M10 by 1.0 thread pitch banjo bolt. And apparently these banjo bolts are pretty much fucking impossible to find. I just drove to like all four corners of the county trying to find these things, and I'm hoping this next store that I'm going to that closes in like 10 fucking minutes has these things. So that being said, if I were to do this again, I probably would have spent the extra money and got the Maximum Motorsports stainless lines. They do come with banjo bolts, and they do come with both thread pitch banjo bolts, so you can make sure you have all the right shit the first time. So there definitely was a premium to pay with that, but unfortunately for some reason I thought the Russell lines were going to come with banjo bolts. Turns out they don't. It's just the lines. So I got like all the way done with the first corner and found out that the thread pitch was wrong. So fingers crossed that this last store has what I need, and I'll be able to get back to work hopefully shortly. I'll update the video. Alright, we got a little follow-up video. I did get the fronts mounted. Looking pretty good. There was a considerable size difference. 2 inches doesn't sound like much, but in circumference it is a pretty big deal. You can see I got the Russell's lines in there. I got the rears off, and I'm painting the rears right now. I see I just took the rear lines off. They were kind of pain in the ass. For some reason Ford thought it was a good idea to do a Torx bit going into the rear end and bracket mounted this the rear brake line. That is actually like welded into that bracket, or maybe it's slip fit, I don't know, but that shit's built in the brackets. That was a pain in the ass, but I got to use my air compressor for the first time today. You can see here's the old brakes. They actually held up pretty good for being kind of a quick shit job. I'm not too sure that the yellow is going to hold up great on these. I did nick them up a little bit. Hopefully you can't tell from the video, but I did nick them up a little bit, and they're not as pretty as I thought they were going to be because of that. You see, got some matching yellow for the Bilstein, so she's starting to come together. I got the rears getting done now. Once they dry up, I'll get this all buttoned up and get it bled out, and we'll go from there. Alright, final update. I got the rears on. They got a little black for my hands, but they're pretty decent. There's the stainless lines. They're a little bit of a bitch to get in there, and if you can see all the way back, there's a stainless line that comes up from the main block going to the rear. That was a big bitch. You can see that there's a wire tie in there. I could not get that bolted down in the bracket. That was not something I expected. Got the rear done. I'm gonna try and get the wheels on it a little bit. Again, here are the fronts. The stainless line was definitely a shit ton easier in the front. There she is. I'll get the wheels back on. I did test fit of the wheels because the brakes actually look pretty huge, and I wasn't sure if the wheels were going to fit, but they do. So I'm going to get the wheels on, and I'll get some pictures, and we'll see if it made a difference from the red. Alright guys, this is going to be the final video. I got the brakes on. You can actually see them behind my shiny wheels now, so that is good. The red brakes you could not see at all, so now you can see there's something back there to prove that I got a little bit of time in this. And there goes the rears. Again, they stick out a little bit, so that's cool. Project's done. I fixed an exhaust leak The header collectors as well, my H-pipe comes a little loose, or the bolts come a little loose at the collectors. So I fixed that up so it doesn't sound like an old farm truck anymore, because that's been annoying me. I just haven't had time to get it up in the air because of the move. So you can see those rotors fill those 17-inch wheels pretty damn tight. I didn't realize how big they were going to be, but it just barely clears, so it's tough on 17s. Haven't done much to the engine lately. Engine looks the same. Did a little bit of cleanup of some vacuum lines, on some wiring and shit like that, like a month or two ago, or 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I don't know, some shit like that. Started cleaning up the alternator and some brackets. You can see I've been hitting them with a wire wheel to clean them up a little bit. Clean up the blower a little bit too. Again, nothing crazy. Haven't really had time to fuck with this thing in a while. My wife's already giving me a hard time that I spent all weekend screwing around with it, but I had to take a break from house stuff and get some stuff done with this car so I can start driving it. I haven't really gotten a chance to drive it much because it's been raining like crazy. I did just get a new top. You see my top is pretty tattered. This is the original top from 94. I screwed this thing up a little bit more from leaving it down all summer, the one summer. So it got pretty tattered. Missing a rubber piece here on the other side. It's bad too. You see a rip there starting. I didn't realize how bad it leaked until I got stuck in a rainstorm the other week, and it pissed, literally pissed right through here. Whole interior was soaking wet. It was complete ridiculousness. So I ordered a top from the name escapes me right now, but I got a pretty high-end top. I got like an 0304 Cobra cloth top. Got all new seals from Yates Performance, all brand new seals going back, so I don't gotta worry about leaking again. Got the new back window piece. From what I understand, I don't know, I think this is a pretty big back window, but I thought the Cobras had a little bit bigger back window. So I'm waiting for those parts to come in from CJ Pony Parts, and once it cools off a little bit, I'm gonna get a new top on this thing, get her looking good. And if you see the Y2K Cobra hump, those fins get lost in the sea of yellow. So people just see a big ass hood and they don't see the contour of it. So I'm thinking about getting some carbon fiber vinyl to do around each one of these fin pieces, maybe around the front there too, and get the yellow to stick out a little bit, or get the fins to stick out a little bit more so people know it is a Y2K Cobra R hood. Boss Inc. Went out of business. So you cannot get these hoods anymore. I had a couple of people contacting me asking me to buy this hood. I do have my qualms with fitment of the, not fitment of the hood, just that the hood's just so damn big sometimes. However, I don't think I can bring myself to get rid of it because I got a lot of money in paint on this thing. So I don't know if I want to go through the hassle again to get another hood. Other than that, we're done for now. Next project I post up is probably gonna be some little knick-knack cleaning stuff, but the next big one I'm gonna do is doing that top. So stay tuned. If you guys have any requests, shout out to me. I'll try and get some in-car footage and some drive-bys of the car or something. Problem is I don't have a good camera. I'm just doing this all on my iPhone, and I don't really got anybody to tape for me, so I gotta make some friends or something like that, some people that'll tape some shit for me. I'm gonna try and get some videos of a couple other friends' cars and get them up on the channel as well. I got a friend that just built a 700 plus horsepower 335i. I'm gonna see if I can get some footage of that thing and get it up here soon. So I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll get some more up soon, hopefully.